Hey girl, let me ask you a question. How many more months or years are you going to say, I will wait until I'm ready? How long has it been since you've thought about or done anything with that beautiful idea God gave you? I'm only here to remind you of what has been in your back pocket. You know, that beautiful idea that you put in your journal, you did voice memos about, and you even told a close friend about. I'm just here to remind you about that God idea that He gave you something, not just to be put aside, but to actually do something about. My name is Allison Carr. I'm a life coach for women who are ready to intentionally and boldly walk out their purpose. I've been there before where God has given me an idea and all I've done was just say, God, that's great. That's awesome. I've written it in my journal. I've thought about it, but I don't do anything else with it. And I'm simply here to ask you, why have you not done anything with that idea? There are many obstacles that stop us from actually walking out the idea. I get it. I get it. It has been years. It has been months. Life gets busy. Motherhood, your careers, friends, travel, money, whatever the case may be, there are real obstacles that stop us from accomplishing the idea God put in our heart a long time ago. What's holding you back? A lot of times insecurity holds us back. We feel like we're not good enough. We can't make it happen. Who are we to do such a beautiful thing that God gave us to do? God, are you sure you got the right person? Do you know me? Okay. Yes, He actually does. And He does have the right person. So we let insecurity get in the way. We let fear get in the way, fear of failure, fear of success. What do I do if this really is successful? How do I maintain it? But there's fears that keep us stuck with the idea in our journal or in our heart. A lot of you have very busy lifestyles. Let me tell you, God has blessed me with 4 beautiful children. My husband, who has been called to full-time ministry, He's gifted me with ideas and businesses, and all of my children are 10 and under. How do we make it happen? Many of you are working full-time jobs. You're a caregiver. There are so many things that make life busy. Can I still accomplish what God gave me to do, even though my life looks this busy? How can I accomplish this goal when my schedule is full? The schedule's full. There's no more room. Some of you have the time, you have the energy, the availability, but you don't know how to get started. Where do I start? Those are some of the top reasons why people hold on to the very thing that God has given them and haven't moved forward. But I want to encourage you though, when God gave you that gift, He knew all of the things. He knew what your life would look like. He knew what responsibilities you had. He even knew your fears and insecurities. And I am here to tell you that all of those things can be handled. I'm here to tell you that in spite of those obstacles, you can move forward. Some of you are thinking, okay, so what do I do then? What do I do? I have those obstacles. I have a busy life, but what do I do to move forward? It says in Ecclesiastes 11:4. I like the New Living Translation. It says this: farmers who wait for perfect weather never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest. There is a such thing as God's perfect timing, but we have to ask God, am I waiting on your perfect timing, or are you waiting on me? A lot of the times it's not that we're waiting on God's timing. We are just too fearful to step forward. We're waiting on the perfect alignment, the perfect sunny skies for it to happen. I joined the military right out of high school, and after a couple years, I was ready to finish my degree in psychology and life coaching. And I would just kind of put it off. I would take classes here and there and just put it off. Well, let me wait till this timing. Let me wait till this time. Let me wait. Kept having kids. I kept moving. Life kept adjusting. And I realized there will be no perfect time. So let me just do something now. So one summer, I just took a class, and it was like the seas parted for me to be able to finish my degree and get it done. But I just had to take a step. Like, I have this opportunity right now. Let me just take a step towards finishing this degree. And then it was just like a snowball, and I was able to get it done. If I kept waiting for this child to grow up and for this opportunity to open up, it would still be on the back burner today. But it was just making a decision. Let me do something towards what God gave me. So before you say, God, I'm waiting on your timing, make sure it's not God waiting on you to move. So the truth is, you have to make a decision. What can I do now in this season with what God gave me? The second truth I want you to know is that there are people waiting on your gift. There are people waiting on what God gave you. Imagine with me for a second. Can you think of a time where someone encouraged you, or someone wrote a song or a book or spoke a word of encouragement? You had an experience that blessed your life. In fact, it shifted everything in your life. Think about that moment. Do you know that there's a person who had to write that song and record it? There is someone who had to write that book so that you can read it. There's someone who had to open their mouth and speak that word for your ears to hear it. They all acted on obedience based off what God gave them, and your life was richly blessed by it. Imagine your life was changed, your perspective shifted, things shifted in your home and in your mind and in your world because they were obedient to what God gave them. Now, imagine if they were sitting still in fear and insecurity. Imagine if they were waiting for the perfect schedule. What if they said their life is too busy to record that song or write that book? You, along with others, would never experience the beautiful thing God gave them. So this goes for you too, my friend. There is something God gave you, and others are to be blessed by it. What God gave you is not just for you. There are other people who are going to be blessed by what it is that you have. And the longer you sit on it, the longer they wait. One other practical thing that you can do to keep moving in purpose is finding an accountability partner. I remember when God gave me the idea for purpose workshops a couple of years ago, I spoke it to two of my closest friends, and they so wonderfully held me accountable to that idea God gave me. One of my friends, I love her so much, she said, you know that workshop you're working on? I'm working on my calendar right now, and I want to put a date down for it. So what date were you thinking for the workshop? Those moments really helped me to move forward in purpose. Had my friends not lovingly encouraged me and held me accountable, child, those workshops probably wouldn't have been done to this day, okay? So have someone that you can trust that's going to lovingly hold you accountable to the purpose that God put on your heart. Because I came in contact with so many women who had big dreams and big ideas that God put on their heart, this is why I created the Masterpiece Collective. It's a community of women who are ready to intentionally walk in purpose. We're all going at this together, lifting each other up, encouraging one another to do what it is that God has put on our heart, no longer delaying, because if God gave it to us, it's not to put on the top shelf. God gave it to us to put it in motion. If you are ready to see purpose in motion in your life, I want you to hit the description and click on the link and join the community. We are lifting each other up. We are praying, strategically working through the things that God has given us. We are breaking down obstacles that hold us back. We are no longer putting purpose on the back burner. Purpose is now, and it is time to put it in motion. If you are a woman who needs that encouragement, who needs that reminder, I want you to hit the follow button. But also, if you know someone who's been sitting on their idea a little bit too long, it's been years, months, maybe years, send this video to them so they may be encouraged to walk intentionally and boldly in purpose. Until next time.